Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a comic strip clutch purse out of a sheet protector, which looks like this, and you can open it up and you can use it, I use it for school, but you can get these at office supply stores or some supermarkets in the office supply section, and also from some comics. These little comics. These are Bazooka comics from Bazooka Bubblegum. I got the bubblegum at Dollar Tree stores, but I've also found it in the past at some grocery stores. But anyway, these little comics, if you can see, kind of like the vintage looking comic strips. And anyway, what I had the idea of doing was putting these inside the sheet protector like this. Okay, here are four. I just put just across the bottom like that. These are just four. Let's see, let me back up. Okay, like this across the bottom, and see what you can do is kind of do like a letter fold with it. So for instance, you could do like this. It doesn't really matter which way, but you could do like this. And fold it over like so, like if you can see, this is open, and then I fold up the bottom, and you can face the comics whichever way you would like. And anyway, as you can see, there's about four that go across, and you can also, I think, do this project with comic strips out of the newspaper. All you have to do is just put them in whichever way you want, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a sewing machine to sew down between all the comics, because I'm going to try to make it as uniform as possible, although of course you don't have to. You can you know, alter it as you like. But for instance, see, there's four across. Sorry, they're not all the way straight, but there's gonna be four, and then I'm just going to keep going, and I think I might turn them based on which way it's going to be facing. When I fold it over like this, I might like flip them upside down so they'll look right side up, like this. So it'll look like this, and then I probably will either put some kind of material or fabric or construction paper or something to give it a little bit of you know, some shape to it, some sturdiness to it. And then I'm going to be sewing it down like this, so it'll be like a line, a line, a line, and I probably won't do the end. So it'll be like 3 lines to separate the 4 comics, and then I'll be doing a row for each one until I'm finished. And then what you can do is, you know, well, first of all, you're also going to cut off this side right here. There's a little seam, if you can see it. There's this seam right here. Can you see that? Right there, the seam I'm pointing at. Well, I'm going to cut off this white part, which is where the 3 rings go, because you don't really need that. And I'm going to just sew, and then we're going to see how it turns out. And I might be making a lining, put just like a lining of some scrap fabric you might have, or you can just get a small amount of fabric at a fabric store, a craft store, and then, you know, put inside. And then you can probably either find a way you can use it after it's folded and finished. You could probably use a ribbon or Velcro or another type of closure that you would like, you know, buttons with like a string or something, whatever you would like, in order to use, or to make a closure for it. And then, you know, you're going to sew up the sides. So at first you're going to sew up these 2 sides, and that's going to be like this, like when you open up, so this will be the inside of the purse, like that, if that makes sense. And then this will be like the flap that goes over, like so. And so like in the middle right here is where you're going to put your closure. But anyway, I'm going to see how this turns out. I'll bring back probably in stages of how the progression is coming along. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Hi everyone, I'm back. As you can see now, I've cut off on this side right here. Where the seam is, that's where this was. The portion that would normally go into a 3-ring binder, I've cut that off. But you just have to make sure you don't cut through this seam kind of right there, so that, you know, it doesn't like open up. Although it's not the end of the world if you accidentally cut it, you'll just have to sew it down that side. But that's how it's looking so far, and I'll be back with some more updates. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm back. As you've seen before, I showed you the comics. These are the little comics I have, the Bazooka Joe comics. Sorry, close. Like this, you know, like different colors. I just really like that they're colorful and they kind of have that old school vintage look to them. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing is, as you might have seen, they're kind of overlapping, and not that that's a bad thing if you would like it to do that, but I just kind of guess I want it to be more uniform looking, so I'm going to be cutting off like the edges like this, so that it's kind of tight, like the edges are tight on either side of the comics and under the bottom. Like so, I'm going to be cutting these. Okay, so this is an example. So for instance, like this is one I've cut like so, and this is a normal one. As you can see, it's kind of has more white space around the edges. So that's just an update. I'll be right back. Okay, bye. Hi everyone, I'm back, and I've sewed my first row. So this is what it looks like. I used black thread, and this is, I believe, on my, this is about a 2 or 3 stitch size on this. Is I have a Brother sewing machine, and I really think for this type of thing it doesn't really matter. It's just about personal preference, how, you know, wide or how tight you want the stitch size to be. I don't think it's that crucial. So anyway, this is what it looks like, and you can see right here is where it's sewn, and this is what it looks like so far. This is the first row. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do this again. Cut around the edges of each little comic to your liking, or you can leave them, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to put the next 4 on top right here, and then I'm going to sew on top of it just like I did for this one. So I'll be right back. Bye.